All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie. Mike 50. Here we go. Check safety.
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Rip. Shift. Watch the shift. Cover.
On play action, it's Brady. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Wait, 20. Ozzy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch this. Watch. Help him. Hey, goal 66. He's moving. When he hits.
Throwing again. Brady. And his pass incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Alert! Check 24, check 24. Deuce. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch twist.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his sixth touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
There he goes right side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Big 20. Hey, Foxtrot.
After the sack on first down, Stafford. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Hey, check. 3 down. Say. Check it. Rip.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Go Bandit.
On play action, now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check. 31's the mic. I'm coming. Get him.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Will Fuller Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach. Only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Right here.
Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he finds McLaurin. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Here we go. Double right.
On 1st down, Drake. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he hits Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gould with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now it's Stafford. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
You. All right, here we go.
On first down, it's Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to throw. Stafford looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford looks to throw again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Under 10. Check 3. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Hey, Delta. 59.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey. Check. 50. Omaha, ready, move. Go.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 66.
Here's Brady to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Here's Brady. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off. Shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Hey. Watch the edge.
So they will go for it. Stafford. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 31's the mic. Alert. Defense, let's go. Check. Alert. Fresno. Check 50. Check it, reload.
Now a play fake. Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
White. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 32.
On third down, Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. Topper. Alert 3. Alert. Slam. Alpha. Hey, Echo. Go Bandit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Sugar. Hey, zoom. Flare. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Brady will try again on second down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Next to score, Giants 45, Dolphins 7. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Slam, slam, slam. Hey, exit. 29. 25's the mic. Switch up, switch up. Shift, shift. Hey, 70. Check, 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 check. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Shift, shift, shift. Shift, shift.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson, fights through and now a crease. Still churning. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Play action. Stafford. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Like, big 20. 6-6. Bullet high.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Wait, 20. Bravo. Hey, 66. You ain't doing nothing today. Jim. Check 3. 72. Check. Alpha.
Brady now on first down. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
31's the mic. All day, every day. Alert! Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 31. Regular.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, that's the danger of throwing the ball to that part of the field, because if it does get picked off, as we just saw there, they can run a long way. They're actually fortunate they didn't give up a touchdown in addition.
They come out here in the I. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
61, match box, right.
They'll try again with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, check it. Hey, goal 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Right back to Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Drake. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's coming. We got double up. Hurry! Hey, 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic.
They snap it to Stafford. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they work this out past the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first down, it's Drake, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Watch the slant. Watch it. Alpha. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A throw over the middle, taken in. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on first down. Drake. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going easy. Here we go. Hey, wahoo. He's checked 7. He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Charlie. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
On 4th down, Stafford This is the tight end, Njoku. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, high 7. 25 to the mic. We're going 25 to the mic. Cut. Watch the twist. Check 4. Hey, 5-0. Get on.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, go back. We got motion. Back. 53. Ready. At 25 to the mic. We're going. Hey, Delta. Watch the slat. At 25
to throw again. Stafford under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Begin. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Miami, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.